I wanted to try this again without so much energy. You know what I mean? The first live was very energetic. But I do my best to be obedient. And welcome, welcome, welcome to I Espy with my shamanic eye, Gabrielle here. Come on. There's no reason for that. And if you tuned into the last live I added in the description, the drop down box, a link to another content creator's um, page because it was relevant to what we were discussing. All right, no. Let's go back. Da-da-da. All right. I'm sure the people who process and review content are going to have a great time looking at that. Love, joy, celebration, or OMG, and always grounded in the truth. Okay. And for those of you who tune in from other countries, thank you so much because I know the time differential is a lot. And the fact that you tune in when you do, I am beyond grateful. Truly, truly, truly. I have reset these two decks, so we'll let them sit for a second because they definitely need to be shuffled. All right, Holy Spirit, I am open to receive messages from you. I ask you, as always, to protect me and my channel from evil intentions as I do what I am guided to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, boss. Boss. Uh-oh. 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 I'm hearing help. I need somebody help. Not just anybody help. So flowing further that there are people at the top, right, who are doing their best to restrict you. They want you to feel like you need them to achieve some level of popularity and or recognition. Right. This is the direct cause of any sort of stagnation and or instability. But you're winning. This is what I saw when I said stagnation and instability, this Knight of Wands. So it's interesting that it comes out right underneath the Emperor energy. Right. Right. This is someone who's attempting to lead people away from you. But it's okay. Six of Pentacles is here. 5 to the 6. It's fine. And it's having the opposite effect. Quite literally, the opposite effect. It's pulling people to you. Wow. Wow. It's interesting because it makes me feel like you were being cajoled into a position where it felt off, if you will, scattered, but it's not. Everything's balancing out just the way it should. Yeah, this masculine energy is definitely looking to control the narrative. Collective, I feel like you're the Queen of Cups, right? But this person here, it's like direct opposition. I really feel like so much is supposed to be a challenge to your faith, but it's not. Whatever they're doing is designed to pull people away from you, to detract from you, um, to have people reject you. But that's not what's happening. I feel like you giving people pause. You're making them think. It's people are challenging the lies. You are inspiring people. Ace of Wands energy. Yeah. Like someone's trying to slow down traffic. So if you're a content creator in particular, there is someone who's trying to slow down your traffic, trying to cause you some sort of a hardship. Your angels, like, it's so funny. I see 666 and 444. And so there's like, look, there's the conflict right there between those who support you and those who oppose you. You're winning though. Definitely. Emperor. See? 9 of Wands. See what I mean? Exactly. Look, 7 of Wands. See? I told you they're trying to restrict you. This is direct opposition. This person is attempting to bend the free will of those who support you. 2 of Wands, Lovers, Page of Swords. 6 of Wands. Right. They don't want anyone to love and or support you. But I don't feel like it's, that's what they're trying to block. Right there. Ace of Pentacles, look. When I tell you there is evidence of someone redirecting things behind the scene, you know how there's called metadata? Metadata, right? Someone's trying to watch, right? Because they expect you to be here, but God has your back. And it's so funny because people are looking for signs of weakness, looking for signs of lack. Knight of Wands. Wow. Listen, look. They want you to just think it's some other shit. They don't want you to realize it's actually them who's trying to cause you harm and everything else. They want you to be confused, like, why? No, there's no confusion here. There's no mystery. There is someone actively trying to sabotage you. 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Moon. Trying to lead people away from you and your inspirational, godly energy. It's one lone person. And for some of you, it could be a child's father. It could be a unawakened masculine. Someone who shows you fake love. Not to mention, it's like someone could also have someone pregnant on the side. And that's why they all of a sudden ended things with you, by the way. That somebody was out there, you know, being choosy and doing things they should not do. And to them, it would be easier to do this to you than outright tell you the truth. Five of Pentacles. You will get justice for this. You absolutely will get justice for this. I almost feel like it's criminal. Five of Pentacles, justice, Six of Pentacles, right here. Look, someone doesn't want people to see you. Page of Wands, Sun. And they think that's the right thing to do. They think breadcrumbing you and trickling things to you is the right thing to do. It's not. You can go fuck yourself. Okay? They don't want you, look, to receive these beautiful opportunities and partnerships. Because whoever this is someone who represents the old way. They definitely don't want you getting brand deals. Look, Hierophant, Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. But I'm seeing those who want to take a chance on you. Six of Cups, Star. It's funny because this makes me feel like this is someone you encountered once upon a time, right? And also, on top of that, this is the fulfillment of something you didn't get to complete in a previous lifetime. This is in your destiny. This is in your North Node energy. Temperance. Don't worry. Things are fitting to change. Because this Emperor's on the guy. I mean that. Temperance, Death, Emperor. There's the Emperor. Someone also wants to see your power diminish. Could be a Sag. Look at that. Wow. You hurt somebody's ego with strength showing, and you didn't do it in an obtuse way. You hit them in the heart. Things might be a little slow. Knight of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. That's right. Sure and steady. What is it? Slow and steady wins. Right. Wow. And wow. Someone has been actively doing the most against a chosen person. They think they're alone, and they think if they rip and run, Knight of Wands, this is definitely a Sag who's opposing you, by the way. This person believes they're your Emperor. And let me tell you something. A true kingdom spouse, a true divine being would never behave in this way. And so I want you, because I know you're listening, to stop fucking lying to yourself. I want you to stop being delusional about who you are. You are a devil, a demon, who just so happens to have a body. But you are nothing divine. You don't hold a candle. This is why this Seven of Cups, Three of Swords is here. Because you thought you could trick someone. You thought you could cast some sort of glamour. But you were exposed. And this person is doing all this chatter to a community of people, thinking you're alone, but you're never alone. Trying to bring endings to you, but again, it's only having the opposite effect, where they want people to reject you and you to miss opportunity. All it's doing is helping you to pull in those who are kindred souls like yourself. You know what's funny? All these antics have done is demonstrate that this person is unhinged. Nine of Swords, Hierophant, Four of Wands. And so whomever they were spreading these lies and or rumors to, their little plan is defunct. Look, because you don't want this soulmate, right? And they were probably a soulmate to you at a point. There are many kinds of soulmate, karmic, high vibe, and everything in between. Excuse me. This person thinks they have the connections to hold you back from growth. But your energy, boy, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, people like that. Four of Cups. See? They want people to reject you. They want businesses and opportunities to miss you. But look, there are people willing to invest in you. People who love what you do because you're outside of the status quo. All of this was supposed to make you sink into some sort of a deep, deep depression. But whatever you're doing is inspiring people. It's almost hard to pinpoint people from your past at this point on the spiritual journey. Like, really, because people think they're consequential and they want to mean more than what they do, but they don't. And so it's amazing because they think they're vexing you, and I feel like you're struggling to even like, who could this be? They're so inconsequential. And it's funny because this makes me feel like for some of you, this is a person in intimate areas wanted you to call them daddy. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Right. And I feel like you were confused because y'all don't even have children. Oh my gosh. What's that podcast? Call Her Daddy? Because the Empress showed herself. If anything, you're the one worthy of being called daddy. I'm not even kidding. And it's funny because I almost feel like they wanted to sever this energy of your unified consciousness, meaning your yin yang, your masculine, feminine, wholly seated energy. They wanted to cause some sort of depth to it because that energy, that balanced energy, you being able to oscillate and tap in, is how you generate everything. Oh yeah, this is definitely an op. But look who they oppose. Temperance and strength. That's you, collective. That's you. That's who they oppose. Do you think they got a snowball's chance in hell? Because I don't. Hold on, let me see. It's funny, I was going to pick these up, but I don't feel like that's me. I feel like somebody else wants me to pick these up because they don't want me to pick up what's going on here. And it's funny because one of these people left you high and dry. And it's maybe at one point in time you really thought this person was your person. Three of Wands, Ace of Cups. And then you had your awakening. This person betrayed you on more than one occasion. And it's funny because it feels like this person wanted you to believe in improper understanding of what the twin flame journey truly is. So you would feel like you needed them to complete the mission. Like, in order to be successful, you would have to endure whatever they were putting you through. So they were free to be this Knight of Wands, flighty in and out, lack of stability, energy, gallivanting, impulsive. And they were free to leave you to do whatever they wanted because you progressing and not being held back from things that transpire in a previous timeline, like keeping you to that previous timeline, like you needed them and you don't, and you figured it out because they're not paramount in the success of your journey. They have a very much minor supporting role. And it's funny because this person truly felt at a point that they held all the cards, like all the power and direction was on them. Oh, what a lie you believed. Like you would just be sitting here waiting for them to come back and make their offer. But you put a nail in this, like a final coffin. Look, whatever they thought it was, this high vibrational twin flame connection, it had nothing to do with them and everything to do with your connection, your partnership with Source. And your spiritual awakening had nothing to do with them. If anything, a catalyst. So the idea of you waiting around, hoping they will invest in you, this is your biggest opposition. This is the one you war with, you fight with, for this weird domination and control. If anything, they needed you with this sort of thinking, not the other way around. Whatever, look, they really thought you were waiting around expecting this Two of Cups soulmate energy, and they were going to be able to manipulate you. But you successfully closed out that cycle. World, Six of Wands. And now this person is somewhere trying to invade your energy with this heavy ass burden because you want nothing to do with anything they have to offer. And the only person they betrayed is actually themselves. And the only one in need of assistance is themselves. And so as you sail on to peaceful waters, they are facing the totality of their karma. Tower, Wheel of Fortune. And they know now, they're very clear. The only stagnation, the only sacrifices, the only delays were caused to them, by them. While you move forward, having every wish fulfilled, and you're looking good doing it. Nothing to do with them. Free as a motherfucking bird. Oof. This is the classic story of somebody getting high on their own supply. This masculine is behaving like a drug dealer, energetically speaking, thinking they can just push whatever they're hawking, whatever they're selling on whomever, whenever, and they're just going to take it. It's not what's happening. This is their karma. While you get to be happy, quite literally, while they are the ones who sit under that tree, meditating, feeling disconnected from the world, because you're in the Three of Cups. You're happy, You're celebrating. You're surrounded by like-minded individuals. And this person is trapped in some sort of fear, hoping for some sort of new beginning, even potentially reconciliation with you. Three of Cups, Three of Cups. What are they hiding? And what are they afraid of? Moon. Isn't that funny? I feel like they're afraid of your power. Because it's funny, look at the difference in these emperors and how they are portrayed. One has the world in his hand, an eagle on his shoulder, and absolute power in the other. While this one sits with his hands resting on the throne in a neutral position. He's holding a scepter for sure. Whatever neutralization of power they thought was going to happen did not happen. Now, all three of these cards have repeated, not the moon. So we're actually going to pull these and we're going to look a little deeper into that. What's the T? Eight of Swords, Emperor, Three of Cups. Groupie. Spiritual hater. Think they have proof of who's really in control. Look. They mad. Look. Haunted. Told you, they thought they had you. They don't. They never had you. You might have blocked this person. Whether you knew it was them or not, I think you blocked this person. Look. Look who's obsessed. Karmic energy. Unhealthy energy. Dangerously toxic. They're mad. They're very mad. You don't care. Yeah, I told you, somebody was really lying to themselves. Eight of Swords is out here twice. What's in front of the Eight of Swords? What comes before? Seven of Swords. Lying, cheating, manipulation. You know exactly who this person is. And no matter how much they dislike you, they have this weird love-hate. I just saw fake accounts. Like I said, you blocked this person regardless if you knew who it was on the front side. Their energy you didn't like. Now look at them. Lonely. Stuck. Feeling isolated. Look. Fake smiles. Fake flexing. Look at that. Told you this was never your divine masculine. This was somebody who thought they understood the journey and they thought they could fill a role. They are addicted to you. Look, talking shit. Right. And if this person ever offered you anything, it's their favorite story to tell. Their absolute favorite story to tell. This person puts on a lot of fake joie Z, if you will. Like they really pretended like they had something to offer you. But what I'm seeing, they had nothing to offer you but dick. Now look at them, head in the clouds. Now they can't help. Look, romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover, fuck buddy, death card. It's the end of that, for sure. Jackpot. And the moment you ended it, or the moment you do end it, you get to experience the top of the wheel. Look at that. You really, like, I really feel like this is somebody you ain't talked to in a month of Sundays, but you definitely look at this person as some sort of hustler, jigaboo, something like that. Just disingenuous energy. Oh, and this person thought somehow, some way, they were going to force you into this connection, glamoring you to make you feel as though they had more than what they had. And I mean spiritually, not monetarily. They're broken on the inside. They're broken in spirit. And they thought they were going to push this narrative, but Forcer came out reverse. And so they were unsuccessful at convincing you of who they wanted you to believe. Look, see, look, it counts. About hungry. Look, it's just a matter of time before karma catches up with this person. I know you triggered. I don't give a fuck. I hope you're triggered. I do. And I'm actually quite excited that the person you've been stalking online has blocked you every which way, and that they want nothing to do with you because, look, they have no interest in you. And there's nothing you can do, not whether intimidation or threatening, nothing you can do can rock this person. You're the only one in your head. You're still watching them. You're still their biggest fan, no matter how much of this energy you carry. And there's no amount of spell work that's going to bring this person back to you with your dirty ass offers. It's not going to happen. No come to me spell, nothing. Nothing's going to work because they see you. You blew whatever chance you had with that individual. Yeah. 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 And they get to move on into a beautiful relationship where God rules. And you get to be over there and be a bitter bitch, regardless if you're a man or a woman, by your fucking self. I don't know why you would want someone who will never feed your ego, and your ego needs to be fed. You tried to steal, which was not yours, through deception. And you got labeled and identified to be exactly who you truly are. Because you couldn't fool this person. You couldn't get them to marry you. You couldn't make this female make an honest man out of you. Because you're not an honest man. That's you. Right there. Right there. Haunted by all the disappointments of your life. All of them. And it's easy to see. Easy to see. You couldn't make this person feel or think that they needed you for anything. You're the only one who's in need of assistance. You kept trying to project your energy onto a true divine being. Male or female, doesn't matter. I know what it says. But you kept trying to project that energy. And that's not them. That's you in the Four of Cups. Reflecting. Look, 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 look. That's you. That's you. Look. Told you they were stalker. Caught a case, player. There's that Emperor energy. Stalker. Girl fight. And then I feel as though you had the nerve to lie to whomever you were sleeping with currently to say that this person is the reason why, you know, you got whatever this is, instead of telling this person that they wouldn't deal with you because they're too busy winning and they're unbothered and they wouldn't look back at you if someone paid them. They got away from you before any of this could happen because you're a scumbag. You're a Jimmy. That's all. You're just a Jimmy. And you're the only one haunted, groupie, by, because you're a fan, I think you're a stan, you're a stalking ass fan, by this encounter. Because this person doesn't think about you. They don't fear you, they don't think about you, they don't love you, they don't anything. That's you, Emperor. Clout hungry. you were trying to make your way. I know you stalked this person. You tried to learn everything you could about this person using your fake ass accounts, trying to figure out what it was that they were needing, wanting, or lacked. And this is probably a reader who's got a pretty large platform, by the way. And you and your little spiritual hater, you know, your dark practitioner you work with, try to devise some sort of plan that would make them question who they are, what you are. And the fact that it wasn't successful kind of spurred on this spiritual hater. I feel like you're both spiritual haters. You didn't even realize the person that you were targeting was your karma. You don't intimidate karma. You don't threaten karma. You don't bother karma. Right, you thought you were moving in silence. You're so lonely, so lonely. Whoever this fake ass emperor is, this boss that's locked up somewhere with no friends, no company, no worship, no, none of that. And it's so funny because I'm getting another message. This could be a CEO or some sort of exec, some sort of mogul. Some sort of mogul. Yes, yes, yes. Who's sitting behind bars. Who used to be on top, the life of the party, highly regarded, celebrated. Opportunities used to just, fall in their lap. And this person allowed their sick fetishes, Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, right, to be their undoing. Because Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So jail and financial losses. Not even missing out on the fact that there could be the scales of justice being applied almost retroactively. And somebody's thinking now, they're reflecting, thinking that if they just got some help, they might have slowed all this down. They might have been able to focus more on their work instead of having all of their actions and choices catch up to them. Death, Two of Wands. And if they just made a different choice and they just picked one person, Two of Cups, you know what I mean? But that was never enough. You always need a party. You always need a third. One wasn't enough. So here you are. Someone should have did the healing work from the trauma of their childhood. Six of Cups, Temperance. Right. That place where they learned everything from. Hierophant, Knight of Wands. This person opposed love, especially the idea of a one true love. Now all they feel is though they just want an opportunity to experience that. This person is in the public eye, star energy. They are also begging for leniency. Again, the Six of Pentacles. Nope. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who was on top. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Emperor. Once again, wow. All that money couldn't save you from yourself. Couldn't walk away from the lifestyle. Eight of Cups. Somebody's an escort too. Knight of Wands, Hierophant. Oh wait, we gotta pick these up. We got Jigaboo and friends. Hold on. It's been a while since I picked up on you guys. Aw. Look, I told you it was Jigaboo and friends. Look. They be out here dipping and flipping and tricking. Ooh, y'all lost. You so lost. And your power, your sex power, you know, your devil dick, that thing you were using to get at divine feminine through her womb, through her sacred vessel, you know, trying to sacrifice them. Oh, baby. Not only have these divine feminines healed and ascended, and they're immune to your sex magic, Queen of Wands, Magician. Oh, now they've ascended. Look at them. Fully in their light worker energy. They're not crying over spilled milk at all. It's so funny because they don't regret the opportunity. Whatever happened between y'all, this divine feminine doesn't regret it. You know why? Because of the full Hierophant. It strengthened their faith, their connection to the divine. Now these people are afraid that everything's catching up with them. And it's crazy because I feel like you told this person. You did. You might even explain some things on how they were already on the losing team. I also see right here some these jigaboos, they're running. So I don't know if they're under indictment. They're definitely fighting amongst themselves. This little group. Definitely a group. Oh. Ooh. Because you've helped someone accelerate and advance into their powers. Ooh, look, I told you they was fighting amongst each other. This group of men, Jigaboo and friends. But they look, somebody looking for them. It's not just justice. It's not just universal law. It's the boys too. Oh yeah. The moment you walked away, they started receiving like divine judgment. Yeah, you ooh. That's too much information on that one. Anyway. I picked up a purple card. These are the brothers of Alpha Phi. Fuck them. Yes, it is. Hey, if you have never read Zane, that's where I pulled that from. These people harvest energy and new opportunity, and they're manifesting from their sacral, sexual energy that they harvest from others. Mainly, it's about money. They like to digmatize people, create these portals and these gateways where they usurp your energy for theirs, and they leave you high and dry with nothing. Ritual work. But look at you. Alright. They're getting their shit, guys. And so if you've been a victim of the jigaboo, you know, these male practitioners, these male covens and cults, and you know you're a light worker, look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you did. It's beautiful. The laws on that ass, by the way. Yes, they are. They feel like you put these people on, like the higher ups, the authorities. They feel like you put them on them. You exposed their antics. their sexual practices. You made people aware of it. So I don't think they're actually, you know, getting the results. People are much more suspicious now. They're much more aware of these rituals that people do. Look, got people seeing the other side of the wheel. Gotten people seeing, you know, that not all people in the spiritual world are out here doing wickedness and witchcraft. Like, you know, they would have them believe. Oh, yeah. They tried you. I don't feel like they were successful. Right. You by yourself. But, well, you in spirit. I like that. Look, you in spirit. That's you. That's spirit. Look at that. Look, that's why. Because you're a divine being. Divine feminine energy. And when I tell you they regret this shit, ooh, they should have went the other way. They wish they'd have said no. They wish they'd have went a different direction. Boy. Yeah, especially this Knight of Wands, because the spiritual warfare, they thought they were so skilled at this, but look at you, Six of Wands strength. Like, they're no match. Look, there's the Hierophant yet again. They're no match. They're no match. They're no match. Because you look who you work for. And look who they work for. Look, I told you. It's Jigaboo and Friends. You don't see that cave back there? You don't see him doing the hand gestures? Right. You can't figure out who they serve? Right. They actively go out and look for divine feminines so they could tie up their shit, cause all this weird shit, bind them so they can appear like that. That's not who they are. They only ever look like that because of the divine feminines that they harvest energy from. They take from them. So they appear like they got that soul glow. But it's not their fucking energy. It is harvested from star seeds. I don't even want to give them King of Pentacles status. I feel like that's all it's about. That's all it's about. They don't care anything. They want to party and bullshit. And they figured out a way of doing it by partying your divine energy. All right. Actually... All right, Holy Spirit, what is the outcome of Jigaboo and Friends? They're not going to be a threat to nobody. Wolf in sheep's clothing reverse. Even if they try this shit again, it'll never be effective again. Because look, they are ruined. Their reputations are ruined. Don't tell me somebody put these motherfuckers on the T ad. If you did, good job. Because look, this is what it is. I told you the energy harvest, right? Marrying for money. Now that it's out there and it's verifiable, you know what I mean? They will never be able to pester. I feel like they've been stripped of their energy, of their power to do such things. Look, they may reflect, they may fantasize about once upon a time when they were able to do such things, but they'll never be able to do it again. Look, you beat them. You absolutely beat them. Wow. You're going to be remembered in a lot of special circles. And I feel like these people are going to be on the run for the rest of their life because they can't. Look, screenshots are running. Everywhere they go, people going to know who they are, where they come from. Yeah, and people look, because of that, because of the work you have done collective, dodging bullets. Now, anybody they target going forward will be able to avoid this person because of the good work you have done. I'm a big fan of the trash taking itself out. Right. Because look, people have evidence of the shit they into, they toxicities, you know, the things they're addicted to. Look, kissing ass. They may try to grovel. You bet. Listen, this is karma. This is what you have attached yourself to. Okay? This is what I was saying when I said sometimes the trash takes itself out. Right. Yeah. When I say forever cock blocked, forever cock blocked. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you right here. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I wanted to give you guys something a little less intense than today's earlier live because it was intense even for me. Yeah. Okay. Be well. Okay. Stay prayed up because I know you do. And ding dong, the wicked dick is dead. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.